his secret room to get away from the world and just relax without interruption. It was a large room that had an Oval Office feel to it. It had a red carpet in it, like the Oval Office, and a big desk in the middle of the room. Of course, there was a large armchair in the corner with a big flat-screen TV on the wall, a refrigerator, and a closet with a toilet and sink, so he didn't have to left the room for anything. Don't you mean leave? Let's continue. It was like a small apartment. Bush sat on his desk. So I guess he doesn't have a chair for his desk? And McCain sat on the large office chair at the desk. He was quite impressed with the room. Life at home isn't relaxing enough, he laughed. It's like I have to lock myself... Okay, wrong. It's like I have to lock myself in a closet to get any me time these days. He laughed too. It was quiet when Bush got up and walked to the refrigerator. Want a beer? I shouldn't, McCain declined. Oh, come on, a beer won't hurt, and besides, it will soothe some of the stress off your back. I'll take two, McCain laughed. And Bush brought a six-pack over and sat down on the desk to drink. The two Republicans drank down one beer each until McCain remembered what he was here for. I know you didn't want to talk about it, but can we discuss the stock market? They spelled discuss wrong. D-I-S-C-U-S. You're missing an S! It's supposed to be D-I-S-C-U-S-S. Two S's. Seriously, Hamo Hamster, get Microsoft Word if you're really this bad at spelling things. Let's continue. The beer loosened Bush's nerves enough to not be bothered by the subject of America's economy. Well, tell me something I don't know. McCain reached for a second beer, and so did Bush. I wanted to ask you for pointers on what to do if I'm elected as next president. I'm not going to say anything. John says while opening and drinking his beer. Like what to do, McCain says after gulping down a third of his beer. What to do? Bush was confused. Yes, I don't have one clue of how I can fix this. At all. John nervously gulped down another third of his beer. Bush stared at him, hoping he was joking. You mean you don't know what to do? McCain answered his question by looking away and drinking the rest of his beer. He then grabbed and started drinking another. Bush was shocked. He didn't realize how both candidates could possibly be dumbfounded on this problem. He realized he was leaving a serious problem on the laps of either McCain or Obama without caring how much this could give them serious stress. Then again, W was thrown the problem of September 11th early in his presidential term, and he remembered how much it really strained him and his family. But the position of the president is a very important one. These candidates should be aware on how hard and stressful it can be. 4 to 8 years of your life trying to solve the problems of America and the possibility that everyone could hate you and want to kill you. He placed his hand on McCain's back. Look, Mikey, I still don't get that nickname. I'm sorry. You have been on this earth longer than me. Don't you mean than? They have then, not than. If you are elected, you could be the oldest president ever. I know you must see more horrible shit than I did and handled some really tough situations, but I believe in you. Why do you think I gave you my best wishes months back? I know you can do it and carry my torch, and McCain moved away from Bush's hand. Your torch? See, that is what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid that if I'm elected, I could just be another third term of W. Bush. Bush interrupted him. Wow, how friendly. You say it like you're ashamed of it, he said half jokingly and half offended. No, that's a compliment. Yeah. I agree with everything you do, George. All your policies, all your ideas, everything you are doing, I agree fully. But I just want to be myself, to go out with a bang. What 72-year-old can say that they were president of the United States? He drank the rest of his beer and continued. I want to be just like you. Here I am, an elder admiring a younger elder. Bush laughed and McCain chuckled. You're not that old. Say that to my back. He laughed again, kind of breaking the tension in the air. See, even though there is a lot of people who hate you, you have a likable personality. I admire that. McCain stood up and placed a hand on Bush's shoulder. Bush thanked him, and McCain leaned in and kissed Bush on the lips. Let's continue. Continue. Bush shot up quickly, surprised. I think you're missing a comma. It should say, Bush shot up, comma, quickly surprised. What the hell? Exactly. I'm sorry. I just, beer can make you gay. Loosen you up. And McCain was petrified. Why the hell did he kiss him? He never did anything homosexual since his college days when he playfully made out with his dorm mates. But that was years and years and years and years ago. Got enough years there? He wasn't gay but bi-curious, and he spent his days trying to hide it by being against gays and gay marriage. Bush wasn't gay himself, but he was kissed before by Colin Powell. They forgot the L's in Powell. It just says Colin Powell. No, Colin Powell. 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 It's Powell! See? This is an L. It's at the end of Powell, not Pow, you bubblehead. Let's continue. After he came out to Bush as being bisexual and being in love with him. Oh, this fanfic keeps on getting better and better. He was against gays himself, but something about the kiss forced open a new door in his heart. He cared for John McCain, but not as a father, as one would with a man of his age. He cared for him as a good friend, but the idea of kissing him sounded nice and somewhat forbidden. Why did you kiss me, Mikey? I told you. I'm kind of tipsy and... No. Why did you do it? Kissing another man isn't something you would do if you were just drunk. It was quiet, and McCain looked away. He couldn't explain his feelings for the president. He couldn't tell him he had homosexual thoughts about him. He just couldn't. I better head out. I have to give a rally at 11 a.m. He placed his beer down and headed out the door, ashamed of his feelings. Wait. Oh boy. McCain stopped with his back turned to Bush, embarrassed to face him ever again. All of a sudden, Bush wrapped his arms around John. Usually, this bodily contact on his back would give him a shitstorm of pain, but it soothed him. John turned around and hugged Bush, and they just stood there in each other's company for what seemed like forever. At least they're not tearing their clothes off. George, are you down there? John, we have to go back to our rooms to get some sleep. The two Republicans parted and looked at each other deeply. W could see in McCain's eyes how he felt about him and vice versa. He watched John McCain shuffle upstairs to his wife and leave. John, have you been drinking? Was the last words he heard from them before they went out the door. George sighed and cleaned up the beers they both had. He then turned out the lights, and headed upstairs. It was a long day.